proposing this counter plan, you were essentially saying that there is a problem there's a problem with these harmful products. You were merely saying that our plan isn't satisfactory and your plan is better.
Yeah, I'm saying that there are like problems in America that need to be changed, like the high alcohol use, like the high alcohol rates and tobacco and obesity statistics.
So you're claiming that you were also saying there's a need for changing the resolution. Yeah. You were only okay. All right. So let me ask you this first. How is your counter plan different from the status quo? All you're doing is merely fostering awareness of all these harmful products, which we just had health class a second period. We are getting this awareness already. There's already awareness about drugs, alcohol, and fast food and how bad they are. How is this different from the status quo?
Because currently, they're not in every single school are there educational programs that teach young children about the ills of like tobacco and smoking and alcohol and fast food industries.
So essentially, you're saying that do you have evidence that shows how many schools in the United States have these programs that advocate for the awareness of these harmful products?
I don't have a specific number, but I can assume that the number is not significant enough. And if we do implement this counter plan, then we have the potential of decreasing the disease from lung cancer and the other bad effects of fast food industries. And also, our counter plan doesn't just educate the children about the bad things about like tobacco and alcohol and fast food. It also educates the children about how media and advertising can affect them. And currently, schools do not do that.
But still, essentially, you do not have evidence that shows how many schools. So we don't actually know how many schools in the United States already have this counter plan in effect.
Yeah, but it's clearly not enough because we still see
What do you mean it's clearly not enough? We don't have any evidence. We don't know. You can't assume a small number.
Okay,
We don't know.
The evidence is that there are still alarmingly high rates of people using alcohol, smoking, and going to fast food places.
But
that's why there are 1 in 3 children are either overweight or obese.
However, the evidence that you just gave does not show that there isn't advertising already. If there's advertising already and still these problems are happening, that clearly backfires on your counter plan. You don't have the evidence that shows on it. All right, I will move on to the next thing. Do you believe that children are less developed than adults mentally?
Yes.
Okay. And then also, do you understand what the First Amendment is?
Yes.
You understand
it guarantees freedom of speech to
commercial speech. You are aware, though, that in some case, you are aware that we, as I said earlier in my constructive already, we restrict more selling, which under your definition of marketing, on guns, alcohol, tobacco, and various other harmful products.
That wasn't our definition. That was your definition of marketing.
We've limited the topic of selling already, as was stated by your definition.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So you're saying essentially that our plan also? So you're saying that right now the status quo also is a problem because status quo is already. So pretty much.
Yeah, we're not arguing for the status quo. We're arguing for.
I understand that, but so you're essentially saying that any restriction whatsoever, that any idea of selling restrictions whatsoever is bad. Any restriction on selling of any product, including saying, so you're saying that essentially selling guns to someone who is under 18, that restriction is bad, and that that the United States.
No, we're not saying that. We're just saying that they should be allowed to keep their amendment, like their First Amendment rights, but there are certain things.
Where in the First Amendment does it say that you are not allowed to that you aren't allowed to sell?